Many of you will remember this property when we did the first video. We anticipated that this property will value for £150,000 best case, and the worst case is going to be around about £125,000 worst case. The mid case is going to be around about 135 to around about £130,000. This was a property that we basically turned from a 2-bed to a 3-bed house, and obviously we added an ensuite into this property, making it a house with 2 bathrooms. So there's a family bathroom downstairs, and as well as there's an ensuite upstairs. And this property has just been revalued, and it's been revalued for £165,000. And I'm just currently here with our Wealth and Business Club member, and as well as he's the owner of this property. DanDonald, how are you feeling right now, first of all, for the fact that you went £15,000 more than the actual projections and numbers? How are you feeling, first of all?
I feel all right. Everything's fine. Yes, I was a bit shaky because I'm like, I won't get these numbers right. Actually, our best case, we're thinking 150, and then when the valuer came, he was like, no, this is actually 165. So yes, it's satisfying, and I know that it's worth it. And with the support from the World Circle, because you have access to everything. So knowledge is power. Knowledge is key. That's all I would say. So follow the process, and you'll be all right.
So you basically raised your, you've been in real estate previously. You're an architect as well. And I remembered when you came to this property and I told you we're going to turn from a 2-bed to a 3. All right, relocating the bathroom, you had your doubts. Now, as somebody who's been in property in Africa and doing property here in the UK, it's completely different. What was basically going through your mind?
Okay, first of all is drop the home mindset, which is my Nigerian property mindset is different. The how property is done here is very, very different. The process is different. The type of houses are different. Layout of the floor plans are different. So when the bathroom was downstairs, I'm like, but this doesn't work well. Then you are like, but here is different. And you now told me, go do your research and everything. And actually, having the bathroom downstairs added the significant value to the property, because it can serve as a guest bathroom and the general bathroom as well. And then the ensuite upstairs, which is not what people usually do here, then that just... So property here is different. It's way different. It's not the same as how we do it back home. It's different.
You raised more than £100,000 of other people's money to deliver such an amazing project, and now you got 91% of your money back out. How do you feel without selling the house? Because in Nigeria, you only have to sell the house to make your money back. So how do you feel knowing that you got 91% of your money back? The house is still yours. You're going to make about £2,700 profit per annum.
I felt it was impossible, to be honest. I'm like, all this is just jargon, it's just online stuff. But now that I've done it, when you see that email come through and say, this is the new valuation for your property, and then this is the X amount or whatever, you go like, okay, is everything okay? So yeah, just follow who knows what he's doing. You won't have headaches. That's what I was saying. And it's a lifestyle.
I love it. I love it. And interesting you say it's a lifestyle. I love it. The truth is that, not every time, you get your money out. We have had deals where people ended up getting 50% of their total capital employed. We recently had a case where the numbers projections, not basically a project that we delivered for the person. The person was just on our educational platform. So we have 2 different platforms, for example. So we have the Do For You service, which is the property wealth portfolio service. And then we have the Wealth and Business Club, where we teach you what to do. We have actually taught this individual what to do, and their property got revalued for £650,000. However, the lender was only willing to lend against 575. Previously, the property had done valued for 400,000, and then the second valuation came through, and the property was valued at 650, but the lender was only willing to lend for this client at 575, 80% loan to value, but the client still generated over £200,000 in their property transactions. But the projections was that worst case scenario, your property will be revalued at £600,000. You then get a 75% loan to value But in this particular case, it was £25,000 less. So we've had situations where, for the first time, ever since we've been doing this, where we've actually had a property that the projections went below what is being projected independently. But for you signed up on both our two services, where we have a portfolio service and also you're a member of the club. So if you've been a member of the portfolio service, is that we actually do the whole work for you. We do 90% of the job and you do 10% of the work. Myself, my team, my entire network is basically working on your project, and you able to get this result. So on a nutshell, what you said just now was that, like literally follow, the process, follow the system. It's not an ultimate guarantee that you will always get 101% of whatever the outcome would be. So that's why I had to quickly put that disclaimer out there, because yes, for the first time now, we've had a project where the individual got £25,000 less down the actual projections, which he did himself, not us. We were not involved in the project at all. We only taught him what to do. Well, even at that, £25,000 less your projection, it's not the end of the world, because guess what? The actual client, this particular member of the club, is earning about £2,000 net profit a month. So that is what, £24,000 a year net income from one property. And guess what? Property always doubles in value. So just to kind of shine a light, having said that, you doing this project now with us, all right, you now see that the buy, refurbish, refinance, and rent works. What is your future plans?
Future plans is it's a snowball effect for me, because when you do it, just snowball it, let you just keep growing. Just repeat the same process. Learn more, invest more, and always get consultants that will advise you, which is why Dr. Daniel is here, advising and supporting you all the way. Because you can be on a project doing it, but then if you don't have the right advice, if you don't have the right advice, anything can go wrong. I'm living 7 hours away from this property. If there's an emergency, there is no way I'll be here immediately. But they have people here that can attend to it immediately. So, and then that is why sometimes collaborating, having that consultancy service can save you a lot here. So I actually recommend it, in all honesty, because it worked for me. And just try it, and business is business.
Having said that, you got 91% of your money back. So meaning that you bought this house for less than £8,000.
The numbers, yeah.
On top of my head, it means that you basically bought this house for £8,000.
Ideally, yeah.
Ideally.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel that you bought a house in London? I mean, in England, not London.
I like using percentages. I bought it less than 9% of the value.
You bought it less than 9% of the value. And you're waiting for the money to arrive in your bank account now. The refund. DanDonald's, it's been great having a conversation with you, my man. And I'm looking forward to the next one. So guys, if you want to do deals like this, two things you've got to think about is, first of all, join the Property Wealth and Business Club, where we're going to teach you step by step, educate you, expose you to in-depth information, a wealth creation formula that works. So many individuals have used the same formula to acquire an asset. I've used it over time and time and again. So click on the link below this video. I'd love to interview you at some point when you become successful, because here at Property Wealth and Business Community, it's all about showcasing the real truth of what we're doing. We're not saying very soon people are not going to come and hate and like, but listen, you want to be where there is like, not hate. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.